God Almighty, hear my plea. In this silence, I seek your guidance and your grace.
Lord of light, oh Lord of light, oh Lord of light, I sleepwalk through the shadows of the earth, built by the false illusions, forgetting my own birth. I thought I was the master, independent and supreme, with independence is a lie, an ego-driven dream. I come to you entirely undone, restricted pride, but nowhere left to run, no God and nowhere left to hide. Like that verdant wanderer who pierced the darkest night, I beg for the forensic deep dismantling of my sight. I thought my human success was the paper and the gold. I traded my salvation for the fictions I was told. I come to you through mercy that is wrapped around the hole, the anesthesia, the womb that holds the fabric of my soul. Before my first transgression or the trauma of my youth, your mercy was the container and the fundamental truth. We thrash what's in the waters of the amniotic sea and scream into the darkness, asking when my God could be. Into the darkness, asking when my God could be. Oh Creator, for the blindness of my heart, for believing the delusion that we ever were apart. We fight for our survival in a universe so cold, blind to the sheer benevolence our fragile spirits hold. I tear away the archonic veil, the cosmic masquerade, and stand before the absolute, trembling and afraid. I realize humanity is falling for the snare, believing we must conquer all the breathing of the air. But you are the first principle, the foundation of the greats, before the local wrath could ever manifest its face. To pray this is to cease to swim and realize water bears the weight of all our arrogance, our panic and our chaos. Oh maker of the heavens, let the false illusions break, and let my weeping spirit from this terrible coma wake. I strip myself of everything, my titles and my name, and throw myself upon the floor, acknowledging the shine, acknowledging the shame, acknowledging the shame. I measured all my peace by the materials I gained, ignoring how my inner core was violently stained. But salvation is the breaking of the ego in the shell, escaping from the boundaries of this self-created hell. Oh God, a heavy veil of heedlessness is tearing down. I cast away the scepter and I cast away the crown. I am nothing but a fetus, suspended in your love, entirely relying on the majesty above. I thought I was outside the womb, a solitary force, but I am just a droplet flowing back into the source. Eradicate the lie that I am holding up the sky, and look upon your servant with a merciful kind eye. I weep profusely at the thought of how I have been duped, how low my fragile wandering and broken soul has stooped. But I am waking up right now, the matrix is undone. I turn my bleeding, desperate face directly to the sun. Oh Lord, accept my weeping, let my shadow fear in my head. You are the first before all firsts, the last without an end. I fall before your strength, the quiet force, raw things bow. majestic deep obedience that all the stars allow. The human power roars because it fights against the grain, a desperate resistance that will only lead to pain. But your sovereign core operates without a drop of strain. It holds the raging oceans and it orchestrates the rain. There's no anti-force to wrestle, no friction to be found. Your omnipresence fills the corners, swallowing the sound. The gravity that holds us makes no sound upon the ear. It binds the solar systems in the planetary sphere. Oh God, the quiet force is the foundation of the night, the background operating system governing the light. I force my chaotic free will to bow and to be still, to align my broken logic with your universal will. A hydrogen atomic particle obeys without a choice. I beg you, let my spirit join that silent cosmic voice. I approach you through your vastness, filling corners of the mind, eliminating the vacuum where the sinners try to hide. The concept of a private room is the ultimate deceit. The compelling presence wraps me from my head down to my feet. There is no secular dimension, there's no territory free from the overwhelming gaze of the one who made the sea. For the sinner, this is horror, there's no shadow left to find. But for the lonely, it's ecstatic, leaving solitude behind. I thought I was isolated in an apathetic void, my connection to you severed and my innocence destroyed. But are you waking to the truth that the space between my hands is the dense connective tissue of your absolute demands? Through the names that seep entirely into the bedrock of the floor, the semantic foundation that the universe is for. The world is not particles, it's a linguistic design, manifestations of your attributes, mathematically divine. The stability of mountains is all met and holding firm. Mental kahar is the tempest that will make the sinner squirm. I kneel upon its floor and feel the hardness of the tile, and realize it's your solid will that holds me all the while. Lord, reprogram the corrupted, twisted syntax of my brain and wash away the secular, materialistic sane. I thought that I could build my peace with currency and greed, ignoring that your holy names were all I'd ever need. Forgive me for the arrogance of breathing your own air and claiming I achieved it all without a single prayer. You are the quiet force that nullifies the loudest lies, the one who wipes the weeping tears from these repentant eyes. I empty out my vessel, let your vastness enter in and completely obliterate the remnants of myself. Through the light of your true face, by which all shining things have learned, I strip away the mirrors where my foolish passions burn. The sun does not create the light, it channels your command. The intellect of genius is just a movement of your hand. Forgive me, oh creator, for I worship the glass bulb and ignore the electricity that makes the heavens throb. I was dazzled by the shining screens, the glittering of gold, and lost a single blinding source before I grew too old. But I cried at you through your face, the only thing that will remain after everything that can disappear is washed away in rain. This is the devastating strike against the fragile human law. The dichotomy of contingent and the necessary core. Every proton will decay and the brightest stars burn out. Civilizations fall to ruin, extinguishing the shout. Entropy dictates the system, moves to alternate decay. The material dimension is designed to fade away. It's a holographic flux, a temporary fading test. But your face is the observer where the weary find the rest. Fast forward through the eons to the universe's death, when the galaxies are frozen and have drawn their final breath. What is left? Your consciousness that witnessed all the fire, the majestic holy essence that my desperate lungs require. Why do we suffer in the dark? Why do we bleed and cry? Because we bind our fragile hearts to things that must inevitably die. We build our whole identity on wealth and health and lust, fragile pillars of delusion that will crumble into dust. The spread demands a transference of what I hold so dear, anchoring my trembling soul to cast away the fear. Everything I fear to lose is disappearing right now. I drop the arrogance of self and let my spirit back. You are the truth, the absolute, the ultimate design. I rip away the worldly veil and cross the sacred line. It's a holographic flux, a temporarily fading test. But your face is the observer where the weary finally rest. Fast forward through the eons to the universe's death, when the galaxies are frozen and have drawn their final breath. What is left? The consciousness that witnessed all the fire, the majestic holy essence that my desperate lungs require. Why do we suffer in the dark? Why do we bleed and cry out? Because we bind our fragile hearts to things that must inevitably oh. my permanence is violently undone as I stare into the blazing, unforgiving holy sun. Why do these revelations make me weep upon the floor? Because it drops the heavy tension I can carry nevermore. The burden of assuming I was God in my domain is crushed into oblivion, eliminating pain. I realize I do not have to hold the sky up on my own. Your quiet force has held it since the seeds of time were sown. I do not have to earn the love, the mercy wrapped me tight. Before I drew a single breath, before I saw the light. These are not tears of sadness, they're the melting of the ice, the breaking of the seal, the paying of the price. Oh light, oh holy one, first before the first was made. Oh last after all last, when all the galaxies will fade. There is no before to limit you, no after to erase. Forgive me for the failures that have torn across your grave. Let my trembling knees hit the floor, completely unashamed, not in dark defeat, but in the joy of being claimed. Overwhelming shock of being known and being held by a majesty so dense that all the fictions are dispelled. It breaks the mind to save the soul, it rips the veil apart. You are the truth, oh God, please rule the chambers of my heart.